Thank you very much, and what an honor. I'd like to start out thanking Pat, Bob, and the awards committee for their time and efforts to make this award possible for me. A few years ago, I had a chance to speak with the awards committee member for the NATA, and I was just curious, what are your criteria that you use to determine who would be eligible or could be inducted into the Hall of Fame? And it was very profound. He said that there are thousands of us out there as athletic trainers that strive to do our job the best that we can. What we look for are those that try to make an impact to others and the profession. Those are the ones that usually become recognized. I'm not sure what that contribution was that I've done, but it is a true sense of fulfillment to see that I have been bestowed this award. Good news, bad news. As Lori said, you take this when you are asked to acknowledge the folks that may have helped you. And I'm old, so as I reflect, this could be long. But also, it's good that I'm old because my memory's going. But anyway, I just want to start out acknowledging many folks that have been an impact on me and my professional growth. First of all, my divine Father that bestowed upon me the attribute of servanthood. So with that, it makes it easy to be in a caregiving profession. My family, Susan and Sammy. We all know that those that we care most about are probably the ones that sacrifice the most. And as we go full circle in our personal and professional development, it comes back around that they're the only true important meaning in life. So I've always appreciated their understanding when the needs of others superseded their own needs. I'd like to thank my parents for their direction, encouragement, and probably OCD qualities. Makes you do your job easier. But with that, they instilled in us an expectation of no matter what you do it well. And that was in all of their children, and somehow their other children were more successful than I, but I appreciated that. I've been blessed with many, many wonderful mentors, and again, I've been very fortunate to have been surrounded by what I consider the best of the best. When I started out in my college career, I was playing football and had an aspiration of going into the business world. But as I was participating in the sport, I saw, fortunately, more of my colleagues getting hurt than I, but as they got injured, I started to appreciate what all they had to go through to get back to doing what they wanted to do. So Red Williams and his one student assistant that took care of football kind of initiated an interest in healthcare for me. Subsequently, I found out Red and that one student covered all the sports, so if I ever feel like I was busy, I had to take a deep breath. But with that, I changed my pursuit from business to healthcare and pursued a physical therapy degree. In the course of my physical therapy clinicals, I had an opportunity to go up to the University of Nebraska in Lincoln and do one of my clinicals with George Sullivan, Jerry Weber, and Duke LaRue. And that really further sparked my interest in sports medicine and athletic training. I had an opportunity to go back there and work for several years while I pursued another degree. And again, they just really took me under their wing and gave me a really substantial growth opportunity with them. Soon it became time to grow again. And there was an alluring program, the PhD program at the University of Virginia, the only PhD program at that time for sports medicine. So I headed out to UVA to get my degree, and I got a true education. I had wonderful mentors, Joe Geek and Frank McHugh. Joe Geek was an amazing man and an amazing think tanker. He was one of the most prospective leaders I've ever met in this field. He gave you the knowledge and a lot of elbow room to grow, and I'll always be indebted to that. Frank McHugh, along with other physicians, Frank was a legend and an icon, and one of the godfathers of sports medicine in the United States. So again, I was very fortunate to have him as a mentor, and along with other physicians, he had a legacy of residents and fellows, and that eventually he would acknowledge they have not only become as successful as a master, but often they have exceeded the master. And I've had a chance to work with those folks over the years. They have open arms to assist either in the care of our athletes or in helping me grow. The other folks I need to acknowledge are my colleagues. And again, without them, this couldn't happen. So wonderful colleagues, past and present: Susan Saliba, Joe Hart, Jay Hurdle, Kelly Pugh, and many others. And then all the athletic training staff at the university and the students past and present. These colleagues are not only in the athletic training realm, but in the academic, research, and other specialty areas, such as our strength and conditioning, nutrition, psychology colleagues that help us do our job the best that we can. And again, the proverbial adage, it's not where you work, but who you work with, that really makes your job fruitful and successful. Faculty, I went back to the University of Virginia to develop my scholarship, but ended up in a very significant service role. And with that, I had a chance to work with really wonderful faculty, and the ones I like to recognize were the ones that not only were wonderful faculty, but also held me to task to continue with my own personal development while I was involved with my professional roles. Many coaches along the way, and the ones that really stand out are the ones that really knew how to pull their teams together, and the ones that you really appreciate that knew how important it was to include us and make it an integral part of their success. And lastly would be the user end, the student athletes and patients that I got to work with. Makes it very easy, as we all know, to go to work every day when you have those great people. They're healthy, they're motivated, and makes our job so easy and rewarding. So again, I'm very honored and humbled to